disregard the noises in the background. Those are temporary. I've been in a weird state these past couple of days. I've noticed that the last episode wasn't actually an episode at all. Oh no, I'm a bit sick. What is that going to do to me in my rooms? Oh, look at that. It's a rainy day, but I have so much stuff I can just harvest now. Guess I could go do a whole bunch of fishing. Right, I want to check to see if this plan will work. Gosh. I have to go take out the trash right as I decide to finally record for the first time in like 3 or 4 days. Yeah, I know what's up with that. Why am I just not recording? No idea. What have I been doing for the past few days? I've been trying to join some D&D games. That's it. Also, I noticed my rune points are already at like half value. But yeah, I got into a new idle game. I've been trying to get into D&D games. I've applied for quite a few games. I've gone into one. And this is in addition to the one on a gaming server that I've been trying to host and trying to find out what times work for the people who are interested in the game. Looks like it's going to be Friday afternoons. So if all that works out, then that will work out and that could be fun. If it doesn't work out, then like, oh well, whatevs. But I've always been interested in playing very interesting characters. Some of my first experiences with 3.5 edition D&D, specifically, like the first character I actually made for 3.5 edition was a cat girl. A cat girl sorcerer with like a plus 25 to bluff. That was fun. Level 6. Although I forget if it was actually 6 class levels or ECL 6. Now, well. Sorry, getting distracted. Guess I'm still a bit tired. I should have played some Commander. That usually wakes me right up. Anyway. I don't know, whatever. There's other stuff going on as well. Other stuffs and other thoughts and stuff. Oh, hey, the clinic should be open. Can I get my character all nice and healed now? Stay up until 3, go and get fatigued. Use up twice many rune points. What if I didn't have 100 monies?
Hi.
There's a bunch of needlefishes.
Good
I
afternoon.
had a thought. I forgot what that thought was, but I had a thought. Whatevs. So yeah, I like making interesting characters. 3.5 edition gives a lot of potential to make very interesting characters. And I really, really, really want to play as an intelligent magic item in a long-running campaign. Being able to actually, like, you know, get upgrades and stuff, whatever. It's more of a, it's more of an assist character than, like, a main character stuff, whatever. Because, like, especially at low levels, I can't exactly do a lot in, say, combat. But considering the years and years I spent as a DM, I'm used to playing more of an assist role, letting other people shine, letting others, you know, play the role of the hero and all that. I'm used to it. I got an extra grand. Alright. Nope, I got absolutely nothing for that. Okay. Oh, that's like half the rune bar. Wow. Um. Alright, so anyway, whatever. So I applied to some games, made some mention about, you know, playing intelligent magic item. Was it? Someone reached out to me asking if I'd be interested in a D&D crossed with like D20 modern style game that's somewhat Fallout related. You know, the world's been destroyed by nukes and there's radiation everywhere and blah blah blah. And mentioning playing as an intelligent magic item, and like this is D20 modern, so it could be a more modernized magic item. The thought came to mind based off of a recent anime. Hey, what if I play as a flippin' vending machine? The person I was talking to loved the idea. So we decided, okay, I'll ask the GM if they'll allow it. I mentioned it to the GM and they're like, what? That's awesome, yes! So I guess I'm going to be playing as an intelligent vending machine for my next character. You know, these things happen. Oh, right, I can put the petting glove away. I don't need that anymore because I've already got all of the aminal companions that I am going to have. So yeah, that's all there really is. So yeah, so I spent a bit of time trying to make the character work. The character sheet is a bit different from what I'm used to. Modified a few stats, pushed them around and all of that. So the idea is, I'm gonna be the crafter. I'm gonna be just making stuff like constantly. Based specifically on like DCs of things, I should be able to make, was it 1 gold piece worth of items per hour. As a vending machine, I don't exactly need to, sleep. Weird. Anyway. Yeah. There's some other games I was thinking of joining. A level 14 game. There's an application for like about a level 14 game that someone had posted, and yeah, that looks interesting enough. I submitted an application a few days ago, haven't heard back yet. I don't think the DM has been on in those past few days, because they haven't posted anything in any of the LFGs, so, they're probably busy with other things. Yeah, 4 p.m. Try to brush, or say animal food. Could at least like try to take. I could at least like try to take care of my animals. Wolf thing. Also, apparently Baldur's Gate is on sale now. Baldur's Gate 3 specifically, not doing a re-release of Baldur's Gate 1. Don't you worry about that. Well, as far as I know, at least. But really, I don't know exactly a lot now, do I? So anyway, I should just harvest the rest of my, foods, shouldn't I? Hi.
Hello.
keep. That'll sell. That'll sell. And sell this boot as well. Bloop. Guess I can do a bit more fishing before going for all that, so sure, why not? Right. What was I trying to think of? So, yeah. High level game. Had a few character ideas for that. Nothing's concrete. Don't want to build a level 14 character just to find out either A, most likely, I was not invited to the game, or I wind up not getting invited to the game. Which, I mean, fair. I think last time I checked, they've had like 20 applications within the past 2 weeks. And some of those were better than my application, I will say, honestly. So, if I don't get in that one, no big deal. One that I found, it wasn't a specific game, it was a server. Was it West Marches or Dead Marches, whatever style? So, everyone makes a character, and then DMs post like, hey, I'm looking for, you know, level 1 characters to do this. Basically, DMs host a series of one-shots whenever the individual DMs want to host the games. And then players can go, it's like, oh, yeah, that sounds like something my character would sign up for. Yeah, I'll go for it. Everyone meets up, but everyone's playing, like, so, like, one individual character is like, say if I make a character for this, they won't be going on continuous adventures with the exact same party of characters over and over again, but it will still be that one same character going on different things. So, you know, one episode might be raiding a goblin episode. Sure, one session might be going and raiding a goblin den, and then the next episode, you know, go pick flowers in the forest or whatever. I did that with Shadowrun for a bit, and that was nice. The annoying part with Shadowrun, though, is that characters don't exactly have a level. They just get, you know, more karma points, and they use the karma points specifically for new abilities. So, it's not only the matter that people who are more experienced with the game know how to better optimize their characters, but also that, like, my just brand new starting character is going to be outshined because, like, oh, well, yeah, I built my character for, you know, infiltration, whatever. I have, like, 14 points into sneak, and then, you know, someone else is like, oh, yeah, I built my character for infiltration too. I have 27 points in it. And it's like, well, my character cannot compete with that. Period. So it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? That's like, just not do the thing that my character is made for. And then, you know, their character gets invited to the game instead of mine because their character is better at doing the thing. And that's just how it is. I built a character that was made for melee, physical combat, and infiltration. Physical infiltration. It's Shadowrun. You have to specify. Physical infiltration and melee combat. And while others were a lot better at combat than my character was usually the best in the party at physical infiltration. Physical infiltration as opposed to, say, social infiltration. Or, was it net infiltration, or just a flat out a hacker, or magical infiltration? Yeah, at least 4 different kinds of that, but yeah. So have like my character like paired side by side with like, you know, a towering orc and with dermal plating and stuff, and there's my little like human ninja basically, and it's like, yep, I can't hold a candle to that character's combat skill, but they can't hold a candle to my infiltration skill. I can get in and out of places without an issue. I still remember one game that I was in where we were put on to do a test of infiltrating this company. It's like, hey, we got these new security systems, so I want to make sure they work. It's like, hey, like, break into our company, don't seriously hurt anybody, and, you know, try to steal, like, this such and such item from our vault. You have, like, a week to do it at some point, whenever. And, yeah, something like that. My character was instrumental in solving the case. It was cool that I got to do the thing my character does. Sleight of hand to, pickpocket someone's... Yeah, sleight of hand to pickpocket someone's security badge before we even left the building in the first place. You know, just go on in, sneak around, take the stuff, all of that. You know, I'm selling this too. Go into the place. We have our hacker who already has, like, you know, eye in the sky of everything that's going down in there. And then my character just sneaks in, avoids all the security, maybe knocks out some cameras perhaps, takes out a guard with a drug that just puts them to sleep so they'll be fine in the morning, because for this mission specifically, don't hurt the people. But hey, if one of them just, you know, decides to take a nap for a few hours, that's not hurting them. In fact, even in missions where we are allowed to hurt or kill the NPCs, just putting them to sleep for a few hours is better. Whatever. You know, had fun with that, go off and do stuff. Shadowrun specifically is not really my thing, because you might have like a 4-hour mission, and 3 hours of those 4, and 3 of those 4 hours are specifically figure out what you're going to do to make the mission happen. And the last... Wait, did I do like a frame perfect fishing there? I was just pulling my rod back up because it looked like I wasn't catching anything. I was saying stuff. Right, so it's like... Yeah, 3 hours of a 4-hour session is, you know, planning. Figuring out how we're going to do things. And I don't exactly have a lot of experience with Shadowrun. And so it's like, okay, well, I mean, why can't we just, like, hack and... It's like, we have to, you know... We have to kill X target. It's like, okay, figure out where they are. I don't know. Poison them, put someone on a rooftop to snipe them down. Lure them into a dark alley and stab them. It's like, oh, no. We have to plan this. We have to get costumes and be a wandering circus troupe and, you know... falsify a raffle and claim that he has won and gotten a new house. Also for this, we'll have to buy a house to use to give to this person. Then when they're in their new house late at night, we'll sneak in, disable the security. We'll have to sneak in, avoiding the security that's in the building that we had bought, but apparently we don't just have the access code to turn it off, so we'll have to hack in and turn off the security in that building that we bought and then gave to our target. To have someone go in and... No, don't just kill them like that. That would be too suspicious. We have to... what we have to do is steal the man's antidepressants, and then the next day we have to you know, and then also overnight go to the man's workstation and like sabotage the project he's been working on to get him fired from his job, blackmail his girlfriend to get her to break up with him, and then and also steal his dog from his backyard so he thinks his dog has run away from him, so that the target will kill himself. It's like there was nothing in the description. There was nothing involved in here that said that the guy had to kill himself or that we had to make it subtle. We just have to kill him. Like, you do not have to overcomplicate things to this absurd degree. And of course, while everything's being overcomplicated, things go wrong, and then it's like, oh, and then half the time the actual last hour of do the mission is different than what was planned on anyway, because part of the planning had to go wrong. I just literally put on my VR headset and just play like Beat Saber for those like 3 hours. I still, yeah. I had the game muted. Whatevs. Yeah. I'd just be there playing Beat Saber on mute. And then, if anything came up that I had to be involved in, I could just be involved in it. I still able to talk with the party and plan, but it's not like I pretty much ever had to roll a die ever during those, you know, 3-hour plan sessions, whatever. It's like, hey, I have an idea. Figure out where this guy lives. I'll sneak into his place, kill him, and then leave. It's like, oh, no, that would be too easy. We can't have this game be too easy now. It's like, hey, what's that sound? Oh, no. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just hitting my head against my desk. It's like, what do you mean? Too easy? Why? Why can't we just do the thing? Oh, right. Speaking of. I totally forgot I could just do this. To just waste rune points. And I mean, hey, it was fishing. We'll probably get a level up from this. And it's like that. So anyway, do something but like that with DnD, where that is usually constantly going through and doing stuff. Might be a bit better. Yeah. I feel like having like an ongoing Shadowrun campaign with the group could be fun, because I have done something like that before, briefly, and it was nice. Maybe it was only just nice because I got to play an overpowered character, strictly speaking. Yeah, turns out GMs for Shadowrun typically never let players run as pixies. Because turns out pixies are OP. Huh, what is this for? Yeah, pixies are OP as it turns out. But I like having the ability to fly. And that's the only, like, other than using magic or some, whatever, that's the only, like, race that can fly, are the pixies. I also really like the BioWare in Shadowrun. That stuff is interesting, even if it's not all entirely, perfectly fleshed out. Still nice, interesting, and fun to use. My sneak character had some BioWare. I wanted to get, was it a gland of lays? Which is a drug that makes the target forget the past couple of hours of their life. So, you know, sneaking around if I fail. Oh no, there's a guard! The guard has seen me! Quick, before it raises an alarm. Knock it out, laze it. Of course, could kill it, but leaving bodies, you know. Leaving bodies behind is a bad idea. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, I hear you, vehicle. Like, geez, calm down. Am I right? Alright, a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh my god. You hear the sorts of things I have to deal with. But yeah, whatever. And like occasionally, Shadowrun, you get into combat, but everyone else in the party is more capable in combat than my character is. The hacker just goes, yeah, I hack into all of like their... I hack into the tech that all of them obviously have, and I just shut it all down so they all just die instantly. Yeah, that's one turn. Mage is, you know, a mage. Other characters are like, yeah, I just got a gun. All enemies down. And they're like, well, I was going to attack someone. It's like I was told that I have decent initiative, but apparently not. So yeah. And like I thought back about a year ago when I had my surgery, that's like, oh well, I won't really be able to do much. Maybe I'll use this time, you know, join in lots of games, go on lots of runs and stuff. You know, just play from my bed. That's definitely an option, right? Turns out I was just not interested in it. It's not that, like, anyone had said that I couldn't play the game while I was, you know, in recovery. It's that I just didn't want to play the game, so I didn't. That's all there was to it. Let's go and ask Alicia how the weather's gonna be tomorrow. So whatever, yeah, the D&D Grand March, whatever stuff. They allow like a certain selection of core books, and you can, with DM approval, get as many as one extra book to help build your character with. So I decided on the Savage Species book. Just play as a pixie. I'm still waiting for it to actually get approved by any of the game masters because, gosh, they've been busy these past couple of days.
Morning. Sim salabim. Sim 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 salabim.
Oh yay, Alicia likes us. Let's do her request for her. Summon Pavoda Mists, Pavoda Mountains Crossroad. Now if we still had an amethyst, we could probably just give it to her, but... I'll give you 100 G's for it. It sells for 220. Alright, so then. So yeah, made a little pixie, and I'm planning on multi-classing into ninja eventually. Apparently, this server's games don't tend to go all the way up to level 20. They tend to only go up to about level, like, 10 or so before... Like, technically you could keep going, but there's not really so much of a point to keep going, because DMs usually run for lower levels. So, and when you retire, instead of being able to just play as a more broken character in the next one, like you could do with the Shadowrun thing, which, like... Because, like, technically there are more races in Shadowrun that can just fly at a base. But in order to be allowed to play as any of those, I would have to go and... I'd have to make a character, play through until whatever certain point, retire the character, play through, DM enough, or write up DM stuff, basically do stuff for the server enough. Huh. Yeah, in order to get enough, like, DM points or whatever, and then you can go and make a like, a better character than I, as a person who's still on her first character, would even have access to. But in this D&D thing, instead, your character just starts off with a bit of experience and a bit of gold based off of the total XP and gold of the character that you retired. Or that died. If the character dies...
Good afternoon. Hi.
If your character dies, you get, what is it, like a third of their experience in gold or something. But if they retire, you get...
Howdy, kiddo.
More. I know it's more.
Hi there.
I don't remember the exact calculation because I looked it over once to see that you get, you know, a bit extra if you
Good afternoon.
if you just retire the character instead of letting them die.
Good day, love.
Everyone else likes food. Alicia wants a diamond. So anyway. So, yeah. So, I asked the DMs in there if I could take Savage Beasts as my book, and like people's like, yeah, I mean, generally, but for exactly what you want to take, you have to ask about that specifically, because some of the stuff in the book is kind of a bit much. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, fine. It's like, oh, I want to play as Pixie. That's what I'm taking from the book. I want to play as Pixie. And so I asked the DMs in the server if that would be alright. And, like I said, haven't heard back yet. So I had also asked, like, hey, what would be, like, the starting funds for this? Because Pixie doesn't have attacks unless, like, without any sort of money to buy stuff with, my only potential attack would be an unarmed strike with a small-sized character with a penalty to strength with, very, very bad idea. So I'd like money to at least get the character, like, say, a crossbow or something? Like a crossbow would be useful? So yeah, there's that. DM in a different server is looking to get players to start up in a game, but wants everyone to make 2 characters, and it's like, won't necessarily, it's like, well, sometimes, but not necessarily play both characters at once. It would be something like the same players going on, like, 2 games at once, essentially created for being able to split the party. It's like everyone's character A's will go one way and everyone's character B's will go another way. It's like, splitting the party, but in a way that actually includes all of the players. It's like, that seems promising enough. Whatever. Or if it's like, oh yeah, for this, it's just gonna be like an all-out brawl. It's like, well, it's like, oh, there's going to be like an anti-magic den over here, so everyone take your non-magical characters into here, and whatever. It's like, okay, sure. So I say, you know what? If I'm making 2 characters, and these 2 characters are going to, interact at least sometimes, I'll make 2 characters that know each other. Like, not necessarily they always have to fight together to make all of their abilities work, but, fluff them as them just like being friends or whatever. With this server, though, one of the rules for character creation is, yes, you are allowed to take savage species, but you're not allowed to just take it freely. Any characters you take can only have, at most, 3 LA. So they are total class levels from the savage species, minus their racial hit dice, cannot be more than 3. Which, out of the few dozen racial classes in savage species, the only one that, there are only like 7 or 8 where, like, that you can actually use. I'd made a list of them, actually. Centaur Griffin may be the Grig, because it has half a hit die with 4 racial class levels. I tried to ask about it, haven't heard a response yet. Harpy, Nixie, Ogre, Satyr, Triton. And of course my first idea was like, oh, have like a centaur, then have a character that, you know, rides around on the centaur and stuff. It's like, yeah, that could be fun. But it's like, well, Griffin is an option. Griffins are fun. So, for that, I am contemplating using a Griffin and a Nixie. Surely that won't be too similar to my Pixie character, and definitely won't be too similar to my vending machine character. Gonna get to play that one this Saturday. Hoping to go over some stuff with the DM a bit, just for the sake of, like, you know, I'm supposed to be the party's crafter. It's like, well, I, one, have to take whatever money that I get in my share back to town constantly just to buy new supplies to craft with while out on the road. Two, will we be able to, like, you know, find random supplies while out and about? Because in my mind, I'm still thinking Fallout, and Fallout, especially Fallout 4, has a lot of junk materials specifically for crafting purposes. So that would be kind of perfect for this. Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, look, there's some broken glass on the ground. Let me grab it. Here, glass bottle. Use create water. Boom, bottle of water. Use create water, make a bottle of water. Use extract drug. Boom, alcohol. Oh, inventory's full. Everyone who wants fish, run around with the fish. Ow! What? What the? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, I thought that my animal... Oh god, okay. Sorry. Oh my god. You terrified me. I forgot that I had animals set on, like, watering duty and stuff. I think all the stores are closed. I just run up to my farm, and there's a flipping goblin trying to run away. Oh, God. Okay. I never expected a Rune Factory game to scare me like that. God. Kind of brought back flashbacks to playing Harvest Moon and just being out at night and stuff, and then you just hear, it's like, ding ding, ding ding, rah, 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 rah. It's like just, whatever, out at night in Harvest Moon, and then a random wolf comes to your farm and you have to fight off. Yes, Harvest Moon, specifically Friends of Middletown, don't know about the others, actually did have combat. You had to attack the wolf enough times to make it run away, or else it could very well, at least from what I heard, never actually experienced, could very well hurt and kill your animals. I'm just like, no, why are you taking stuff from me? Don't you dare. Oh, God. Okay.
Good evening.
So, well, everyone trying to use this as just, late night ASMR or something. Which, like, why? But also, I'm sorry? that, of course, brings to mind the whole, you have to put on a different persona when doing something for an audience, like, say, when recording, as opposed to just doing something on your own. If I'd been playing this game on my own, I wouldn't be talking constantly while playing, unless I happen to be talking to someone while I was playing. But just generally speaking, I would not be talking constantly, so I wouldn't already be talking when I see the, goblin run away from my farm. So I'd likely not actually make a noise, still be completely darn scared and startled and whatnot, but likely wouldn't actually make a noise to represent any of that. Okay. Okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I have to be okay. Please let me be okay. Okay, so what else is there? I got some notification on the Discord. Cool. Right. So yeah, Griffin and Anixie as friends and stuff, and they go on adventure. Blah blah blah. I lost my train of thought of what I was talking about before I got scared by a random goblin. But it's probably D&D stuff. Right, the vending machine crafting thing. Put ranks into crafting skills. Need to talk with DM before a game of what crafting skills I should be getting, and because yeah, frankly, my character's role in the party not particularly useful for combat, strictly speaking. Especially at low levels, because I only have one spell-like ability per day, and it's level 0. And other than literally falling on top of someone, that's basically all I can do. Yeah, vending machine with wheels strapped on and 1 or 2 claw arms. But playing intelligent magic item, you can take a feat to get the abilities of other magic items up to a certain gold value. So I'm hoping to ask the DM if I can just use one of those to imitate a magic item. Ouch. That can take either gold and silver themselves. That was the other, right. Yeah, just take the gold and silver and literally just turn that into materials. Yeah. Just transmute, say 5 silver into 5 silver's worth of metals. And then because for the craft skill you need 1/3 the material costs for stuff, I then be able to make something out of metal worth 15 silver. Yeah, sawed off small, I can make need to find out what non-magical healing items there are, so I can also kind of be the party healer. It's oh hey, you're in danger? Well, fortunately, I have a lot of bandages. I can't apply them. You'll have to do that yourself. DM suggested making stim packs, which is part of also why I was thinking Fallout, but specifically. So yeah, just run. So yeah, I need to figure out a bit more stuff before the game begins, but then after the game has begun, everything should be just fine. Also, don't forget to use this just a whole bunch. Everything will be good. cut the button for that. Okay. It's not quite 1 a.m. But it is getting close, so... Save game. So yeah. It should be recording more, but... Just... Nah. But anyway... Guess I'll let you know in the next episode about more D&D updates or if anything else starts happening. Also, in about a month-ish, Azar and I should finally have seen all of My Little Pony, which means that about 8 or so years after... maybe not 8 years. 5 or 6 years or so after the show will have officially ended, I'll have finally seen all of My Little Pony, a show that I used to watch obsessively back when there were only 3 seasons out. We're already getting to the point of watching episodes that I have literally only seen once. So, yeah, this will be fun. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic. This is fun.